So just in another part of Muswell Hill, sort of like a follow-up to the last one I did, and just an opportunity to take some pictures of, or moving pictures of some of these fantastic houses. I mean, forget the fact that they cost a small fortune now, but it's more to do with the look of them. Incredible. Late Victorian, Edwardian, saw before the First World War, but really interesting, slightly quirky, which I'm sure people who live here probably hate that they're called quirky, but maybe that's why they bought the houses, I don't know. I suppose that's the thing about if you live in an area, you sort of, I suppose, almost take it for granted where you live. But as a casual visitor, you come to places like this, look at this garden, it's just amazing. Look at that. Wonderful. It's a different world, and all these houses, it's a conservation area, it's quite obvious it's a conservation area. But they've all got their original window frames. I'm big into that, you know, but window frames, keep them original, or at least if you're going to replace them, put something in that looks like it. But yeah, it's a different world. Places like this, to me, they're lovely to walk through. Kind of like decoration up there. They're lovely to walk through. I'd love to come and visit, but I couldn't ever imagine living in an area like this unless I was renting, and of course even that would be expensive. So yeah, it's really lovely, but it's like I wouldn't be as cruel as to say Disneyland, but it is slightly a little bit like that in the way that the fact that it's a bit of a unobtainable dream unless you're earning vast amounts of money. So this is Elms Avenue. I think this is called Duke's Road or Duke's Avenue, this main drag. So all the detailing on the houses that is the really lovely part about it. See, look at this. It's all about the detail, as I say. They, as it's said. Nice time to come here, really. I mean, although today's weather has been a bit different from how it has been. I'm probably going to have to walk back up the other side of the road now. But the weather has recently been very, very sunny. Very, very warm, very unseasonably so actually. It was like the height of summer. The temperature's going up to sort of nearly 30 degrees. Now it's dropped right down, it's half of that. Look at this. Window frames and all this on the balcony. Oh, sorry, whatever you want to call it, that bit. And again there. Wonderful, fantastic detail. Look at this. Incredible, that's someone's stair windows. I should do something about my videos, really. You know, look at what John Rogers does with his, and but he's an expert. He knows how to edit stuff, whereas what I do is I just press the pause button and then unpause it, which is crude, effective, but not very polished. I mean, the Porsche over there tells you really the sort of income levels around here, I'd imagine. But yeah, Imagine living in an area like this. It's proper keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah, that lovely doorway. There's fantastic decorative glass in there. Wonderful. I feel like I'm an estate agent. So I'm walking back up on the other side of the road where I started, because this takes you up onto Muswell Hill Broadway, so the shopping area. So it's very different. The detail up there again. Yeah, this is all, I wouldn't like to say exactly what it is, but I would say it's possibly around about sort of 1900, or a little bit after, or a little bit before. And you get this church here as well, very ornate. This is aspirational Victorian Edwardian, proper aspiration. I took a photograph of that pharmacy over there. Wonderful original frontage to it. The whole place is just one big conservation area. It's got to be. Duke's Avenue, that's where I've been. Duke's Mews. And look, modern architecture down there. So yeah, I think I will probably pause at this point. Just back again off the Duke's Avenue, and over there is, trying to avoid all the people, it's quite busy. Sunday lunchtime, and not a good place to try and take a picture of that. That's a bit of the Broadway and the bit where all the buses come in. There used to be, apparently, the village water pump was over there back in the old days. That is a Wetherspoons, but it was originally an express dairy shop, or dairy, and it was, you can see there is a date on the front of the building, AD, what is that, AD 1900 is what it says. I happen to know, having looked at some guides, or a guide, that in the garden at the back there's a back wall and it's got the old Express Dairy E on there, so proving that's what it was. It was a dairy and obviously a yard at the back, but it would have been an Express Dairy shop and supermarket. The view down the hills, this is Muswell Hill. This is actually Muswell Hill, so quite an incredible view down there. I'll try and zoom in on it. They are zoomed down there. So it's quite a steep old hill, this one. As the police rapidly advancing. So yes, you can get to Alexandra Palace from this point. There's a walk, which I'll just show you. It's not the police, it's an ambulance. Lots of emergency vehicle action. So this is a railway walk, or part of it, so it goes over on the other side of the road. And that's the old line that I think ultimately would have gone through to Edgware, if I'm right. I could be wrong, but it's there's a sign over there that tells you what it is. It's the Parkland Walk. There you go, local nature reserve, Haringey, and that's a video in itself, I suppose. Really, yeah. It's an interesting part of the world, and look where you can go to from here. You can go to Finchley, Hendon, Southgate, Whetstone, Barnet, Highgate and Archway. So you really couldn't get more North London than here, and then outwards to North West London. bit further up here. Of course, it would be nice to do a little bit of video inside that Wetherspoons, but I wouldn't even dream of doing that. Probably couldn't anyway. Interesting, look at the difference. Architecture, that's sort of, what's that? That's 1980s, I would say. And then this looks like it's trying to be old, but it's not. I'm going to finish off there. Thank you for watching.